What's up guys, it's Carlos from New Agenda. I'm here to show you how to rebuild or replace your steering rack and pinion on your S14 240SX.
Yes sir, we gonna kill this!
Alright, so if you're like me and you drift your S14, then this will definitely be down the line for you. So first thing is first, remove the front wheels like I already have. Alright, well you can see how bad my steering rack leak was. As you can see, it just pouring straight out of this side as soon as I open the boot. So if you're suffering from the same thing, I suggest you have a drip pan ready, because I made a mistake already. Alright, next I'm going to go ahead and use this adjustable wrench to remove the inner tie rod. Just twisting it over here on this end. There we go. Still got my rack spacer on there. Set it aside. And now you'll do the same thing on the other side as well. Alright, once you remove the inner tie rods and outer tie rods off of both sides, what you're going to remove now are these two power steering lines. Remove those, and after that, go ahead and remove the steering line or steering shaft from the power steering rack. I went ahead and loosened these off camera, just broke the bolts loose. This here is a 17 and this is a 16. Alright, well, I went ahead and removed this bolt. Currently I'm going ahead and removing this. Just should make removal of the steering assembly a little bit easier. Now next up is to remove this bolt here, and the same on the other side, this bolt right here. Afterwards, inside of here we have a bolt right over there, right in there, and of course the same on the other side. Alright, now you should be able to remove these caps pretty easily. Let's take a look. Yep. You can do the same thing on the other side. Should be able to at least. There it goes. Now this should come out pretty easily. Oof. Alright, I was able to shimmy out the steering rack once I had use of both my hands. So yeah, that's pretty much how you take it out. Alright, let's do a little bit of inspection here. As you can see, it is covered in oil. Well, no shit, huh? Well, yeah, these here are the bushings. So I would highly recommend you get the polyurethane ones, since if you're doing this job as well. As you can see, mine are pretty shot. Well, very, very shot. doesn't even look like a bushing anymore. So yeah, I would highly recommend replacing these as well. So I got the rack out here now. So for this little part, this little lock ring and 12mm cap, I would recommend loosening those up while it's on the car. Luckily for me though, I had a impact here to help me. So this lock ring, the size of the lock ring is 1 1/2. I use that to remove the lock ring, and then a 12mm to remove this cap. And now under this cap should be some springs. There they go. Here's a spring right over here. Alright, I'm just going to place that down right there. And there should be 2 washers as well. So this is how I pull it out. Got the thinner washer on top of the thick washer. Is how that goes in. Alright, and to take this piece out, I don't know if you can just kind of finger it, but let me just try to hold it upside down. Just kind of shake it out. There it goes. Yeah, it comes out like this. Put that to the side. Alright, next you're going to take off this threaded side that goes over on the passenger side of the car. I'm using a 1 5/8. Alright, here we go, still intact. Place that on the side. Alright, now for this next bit, you're going to go ahead and take an external Torx bit and remove these 3 bolts, releasing the pinion. Oh shit! Remove these 3 bolts, releasing the pinion. Alright, once you got all 3 of those bolts removed, you're going to go ahead and just kind of give this a little twist, and you just pull it up slowly. Like that. Alright, now that the pinion piece is out, you're going to see right here that here's one of the first seals that we will be replacing. Next, we'll also have to remove the steering U-joint as well in order to get deeper into this part. Now to take off this U-joint area here, I'm going to go ahead and apply a little bit of blunt force to kind of loosen it up. Alright, next you can go ahead and remove the pinion gear, is what I would want to call it. You can remove that by applying a little bit of pressure right over here. So you can do that, well, I could do it with one hand, just popped it out like that. And now you have this little casing here, and it also includes, well, yeah, it has some of the seals that you'll need to replace here as well. Alright, so it looks like I got it down there. I should be able to lift it up, and it is out. Here it is, from this side down, the bearing. Alright, here I have the old seal and this here is the new seal. They have some slight differences, but this is the only one in the pack that was the same size as the old seal. So now what we're going to do is you're going to get this chamber piece. I'm going to flip it upside down. You're going to get this exposed side of the rubber seal and you're going to place that in first. Like that. Alright, now you're going to get the exposed side of this here bearing. You're going to place that face down inside of here like that. Alright, so here I thought I would be replacing these Teflon rings. However, my kit did not come with any. So if yours does, I would recommend going ahead and replacing them. You would just basically remove them and put the new ones on. Stretch them over, I guess. Alright, now I'm just going to go ahead and put these two pieces back together. So it just goes in like so. Press it in like that and just kind of give it a little bit of force till it clicks in. Get the new seal and put it around here like that. Alright, next up is this seal here inside of the actual rack itself. Alright, I was able to remove this seal with a flathead screwdriver and a hammer. Be careful not to score the inside of here though, because it can cause a leak. So over here though, I just realized is we have this little paper washer. Just make sure that goes back in. I'm not really sure what it does though. Alright, now I'm just going to go ahead and clean the inside of this a little bit before I put in the new seal. Alright, here is the new seal. For reinstallation, you got to make sure the corded side is facing upwards towards you. And you just kind of push that inside. Alright, to get this shaft out from inside of the rack, I'm just going ahead and put some light blunt force pressure inside of here. So I was able to hammer out the shaft here. There are two seals right over here, looks like, and just hammered it out by putting the end of my 1/2 inch ratchet there and hammering the top of it down until it basically popped right out. Be careful with this process. It can get really messy. It left a big puddle. There's still some fluid inside. Okay, so this is what it looks like when it comes out. There's this little seal right here, a seal right there, and there's supposed to be another seal that sits right over here. However, it doesn't look like it came out. It's still inside of there. So I'm going to try to fish it out some way. Now right here on the midway part of the shaft, we're going to replace this little O-ring here. Alright, just as a reminder, on the steering shaft itself, there is a second little O-ring right here. Here's my new one sitting right next to it. Yeah, you just have to remove this as well, maybe with like a small pick, and then you put this on in place of that, and then you put this ring over this one. So now you're just gonna go ahead and bring this little O-ring around here, like so, like that. Now you're gonna get this O-ring and seat that over top of it, like so. Alright, well, I was able to replace this pretty easily. Well, I guess easily wouldn't be the word I would, you know, select. I was also able to fish out that other bearing from earlier out of the rack. So yeah, and it turns out there's one more inside of there. So this one looks like it's like a piece of metal or something, because I was gonna say my kit only came with two new seals, so I'm guessing that one stays inside. So I'm just gonna leave that in there while I replace the other two. For reinstallation of these here seals, So that's with this exposed side and the yellow side. Yeah, it's gonna be going in like this. The yellow side facing out towards the tie rods. So that would go onto here, like so. You get this side, same thing. It's just gonna be opposite side of that. So the yellow side will be facing towards the tie rods on this end as well. Alright, well, I got one of the seals in there. I'm gonna use the shaft itself, the longer side more specifically, to basically push that seal in a little deeper. And just remember that there is a steel washer that is inside of there. That stays inside of there. Alright, once you manage to get the shaft inside, make sure to put the other seal over on the other side. So I went ahead and did that, and now you're gonna, if you remember this little paper washer, that goes right over here. And make sure you have the teeth of the shaft facing this way, so that basically this can turn that. So now you're gonna place this in here, like so. I'm just gonna twist it until it goes on. Alright, and now once you get this piece back on, you're gonna get your 3 Torx, and you're gonna put those back in. Alright, so now on the passenger side of the rack, you're gonna get this giant nut piece here, and you're gonna compress. You can use this to compress that seal so it threads. Alright, once you have this tightened down, you're gonna go ahead and grab this piece right here, and you're gonna set that down inside of here, just like this. Alright, after that, you get this little coin shaped thing, and you place that in there. Okay, and now you get these 2 washers. The soft washer will sit on top. So on top of the harder washer, you place that on there. And then you grab this spring, set that down in between it all. Alright. After that, you can go ahead and compress it down using this, and then you put the lock ring on. Alright, once this is pretty much tightened down. Alright, so the rule of thumb for tightening down that lock nut and washer is to tighten it down pretty tight, and then once you get a feel for how the car is steering, you would tighten or loosen depending on your needs. Alright, so installing these bushings are pretty easy. As you can see, they kind of just open up. That's exactly how you would install it. Hey, just as a reminder, those power steering hard lines, make sure you install them correctly. The way I have them pictured here is wrong, so make sure you flip them the right way, unless you want what happened to me to happen to you. Oh shit! That! Just stretch it over. Like so. This side. So out of comparison, I got these 2 bushings right here. I just kind of compared it to the older one, so I guess it's pretty obvious it's the thicker one that goes around this little area where it was. So I'm just gonna go ahead and squeeze that over like that too. Just snaps right on. Alright, that pretty much sums up this video. Installation is pretty much the opposite of removal. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed my video, and please like and subscribe.